Hello and welcome. My name is Aaron. Today I'm watching the performance MV for The Best Thing by Handong. I'm quite excited about this. I did already react to the Grey Zone music video and I wrote a review for the whole mini album. And I trust that if they label this as a performance MV, it actually is a performance MV. The only thing I'm hoping for, and just from this first frame I think we're already getting that, is a lot of color. Because for me personally, this song reminds me a lot of early 2000s anime openings or songs associated with anime. So colors I think are very important in this context, and I think we can just start right away. What is going on? It's very cute. What's with the Minecraft sounds? Whose idea was this? Another reason why I decided to react to this is because I'm missing a bit of choreo reactions and because there are currently no major releases from groups I like. I haven't really been able to do choreo reactions. So that's another reason to do this. This styling is really interesting. My quality settings are not doing this video justice, I can already tell. Something that happens a lot with backup dancer styling when they are performing with a main artist is that they are either dressed very plainly, which works in most cases, but then you have like concepts like this where the artist is dressed in a very particular way and backup dancers either are too plain or they are too uniquely dressed, and I feel like they managed to hit a very good middle point. So I am seeing there are more people coming in, so maybe I change my opinion, but it works out pretty well, and I'm not sure if it might just be Handong's hair color now that I think about it, but I think it's also that the other people are wearing a lot of gray and white, and Handong isn't, so that also helps making her stand out in a very low-key way. So styling is pretty good if it stays consistent with more people coming in, so let's see. It is. Okay, a little thing here. Maybe I have to go back so we can see it. Here. We can see the shadow of the camera person. Wait, where's my... Yeah. We can see the shadow of the camera person coming up on Handong, which is okay, but it looks really weird because the whole scene looks like they are completely in shadow and they aren't. And the light is obviously very far behind them, so that's a really weird choice. I feel like that's something that you would usually try to avoid to do. So I'm not too sure what the thinking was here, or if no one was paying attention to that, if no one was looking out for it. But the fact that I noticed that on the first watch is kind of a bad sign, I feel like. I do go into these with a lot of like analytic brain, so it's not too surprising, but that's still really weird. It's one thing if the shadow comes up on the side or something, but they so clearly filmed with the major light source, which I'm pretty sure is the sun, but it doesn't really work. I feel like it's too late for the sun, and it's not bright enough for the sun to be that far behind. So this is just really weird overall. I wonder why. Let's continue. Wait, excuse me. What did I just see? Hold up. I have to... Probably gonna cut this out, but... What? Hold up! Why is Handong wearing a Deutschland schal? If you don't know, I'm German. Hello. What is going on? Stylist went wild. What is happening? I saw it and I was like, that has to be a coincidence. It can't be a Deutschland. It literally says Deutschland on the side. What is going on? I mean, it fits, like, from the colors and stuff, but, what? Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. The choreo is cute. specifically this instrumental part in the chorus, this din din din, that thing is giving me such major Digimon vibes because they use the same sound in a lot of the Digimon songs. And I kind of like that both the styling and the choreography give me like more old school vibes because of how colorful it is and because of how simple the choreo is overall. It looks much simpler, you know, it's not very fast paced, it doesn't look very complex. So I do like that. And I do think choreos, despite how cool some look, some are so difficult the artist can't sing while performing the song. Which I personally find not great, regardless of how cool the choreo is, because at the end of the day, they have to be able to perform the song. This looks like a choreo that's fairly easy to perform long term. So I think that's pretty good. And I'm glad we're back to the brighter set. Let's keep going. The choreo is also giving girl group in like a good way. That's cute. I love it when they are able to split up the groups of the dancers or the group as a whole and then thread them back together in the choreo. I feel like that's always a really good thing when they do that, and I feel like I haven't seen that a lot recently, actually. But I like when we have two separate groups and then they do the same move and kind of find back to each other. I feel like that just adds a certain amount of quality to a choreography in some way. I can't really phrase it better. Anyway. That's so cute. This is actually a pretty cute logo. I don't think it fits the song that much, but it looks good, so it's good. The choreo is really nice. It's a lot of hand focus. I think it's really cute. I like this. I personally very much think this is more of a performance video than a performance MV, but that's just my opinion, so that's fine, and I still like this a lot. Again, the styling is oddly interesting because I feel like they could be done more because Handong is dressed in color, in the beige and blue, and the backup dancers are all dressed very similarly, but all of them are wearing white or gray to some degree mixed with color, which means they are clearly designated as backup dancers visually, while still fitting with the styling of Handong. So that's a really smart thing that they did, and I'm not sure if it was on purpose or not, but it's a very interesting and easy thing to separate the artists from the backup dancers while still dressing everyone interestingly. I hope we see that a bit more. I feel like that's a very easy way to do that. I don't have too many thoughts about the choreo. It's pretty simple, which again I think is good, especially considering where Handong currently is in her career. I feel like this is a very safe start for this. And I haven't actually seen the Gray Zone choreo. I should probably look at that on my own time at the very least. And I actually think I like the song more now. Which I think is always a good thing when you see extra stuff to the song, like the music video or the choreography, and you're like, I like it more now. That's always a bonus. That's what it's supposed to do. So in that regard, this did a very good job. I still think they could have filmed it mildly better. The camera movements and angles were pretty basic, which I think is okay for a performance video. But again, it's labeled as a performance MV. I personally understand performance MV as being mostly choreo and then including some special shots that are more MV-like. That's my understanding of a performance MV. We obviously didn't have that except for the beginning, and I feel like that doesn't count. That's like an optional thing. They can do the beginning scene or they can't for a performance video, so that doesn't fully count in my opinion. So I guess I would have liked a few more like MV-like shots. Like maybe Handong sitting on a car or the backup dancers messing around. Something like that could have been pretty good in that regard. But yeah, I think that's all I have. So I just leave it at this before I try to say more, and I don't actually have much more to say. Again, I did react to the Grayzone music video. I have that linked wherever I can. I will also link my review for. Am I going to try to pronounce it? Maybe. Let's go with that. Atsuta Miroran, the mini album EP thing. I wrote a review for that. I'll link that as well. And otherwise, I can just tell you I do more reactions. So if I could interest you in any of that, you can check out my channel or the playlist linked below. And that's all. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Take care of yourselves. Drink tea. And with this, I release the Death of the Universe once again. See ya!